Yo, 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 yo. Can't even see me. There I am. What's up? I'm trying to make sure my chat box is working. There it is. Okay. Just making sure everything is hunky dory. I had some glasses. I don't know where they went. I might have to go on a small journey. Something like this, maybe. Maybe a little bit more here. Yeah? Something like that. Alright. 1 second. Okay. Let's see. Here, let's see here. Something like that. Let's bring this back up. Go to the next song there. Alright, so what we were working on, right, is this guy. And this piece of meat here. Something like that. Most of this glued down. Lost one. That's fine. We're going to lose a couple during the process. I like where this is at already, though. The next thing I really wanted to do... I'm going to do a little hook here like that. Boom bajamba. I want to actually do... Let me get this. Let me get my palette. Did just order a new little desk guy today, which should be here in a couple of days, so I can hopefully expand, kind of change some of my stuff. Feeling a little cramped. That's okay. It's okay. We are in New York City, so it gets small. Some things we gotta, just kind of rock and roll with. Alright, so I'm really, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Athonian camo shade on the, on this base. It's a 4, is this a 5? This is a 5. Let's go here. Oh, the guy. Oh, what's this? A 7. Let's go 7. And the 7 looks a little trashed, and that's okay because all I'm doing is, let's see actually what's going down here. Because normally I just do, you know what else this could really use, honestly? So normally I just do like an ink on the thing. Get out of here. This is where I'll find the ones that didn't get glued down. Should be most of them though. There's a couple. I think that's the oh man, I'm like breaking them up as I go. Bang, dangle. Bang, dangler, that's not good. Okay. Zoom this way out a little bit. Hey! Alright. Manolia, V Manolia, what is up? Just hanging out watching me paint, huh? I wonder how loud that was, because it came through my headset blasting. And normally I try and really EQ that, but Streamlabs has been giving me a hell of a go today. Has been. Coming in with this Athonian camo shade contrast. I actually really love it on it's like a almost like a wash. I sort of had to come off camera for a second to try and finish that guy up a little bit. This is still on the... So let's try and find that color that we're gonna paint. I think we should actually probably just come through with this guy first. Hit it with a little bit of this brown. I wonder if I get just a little bit more water on this guy. Trying to get it to sort of soak a little. There we go. Trying to get it to soak a little bit. Not too much. Alrighty. Dr. Rhino must be on the lurk. Hello, Dr. Rhino. Must be. Giving I'll give you a shout out too. Pew. Except he's the only person watching, so I don't know why I just did that. I guess it's just a good habit to get into. That was pointless. Hey, go follow yourself. Why don't you? The one person who's watching, go follow yourself. It's been one of those days. It's been one of those days. My technology has been fighting me tooth and nail. I can't quite seem to get this set up the way I want. It's been a little jank-tastic. Working on it though. Working on it. Slowly coming together too with this, with the bass. It looks a little janky, but trust me, it'll all come together. Really, the position that we're looking at here is probably going to be, think about like so. So I actually think on this rock here, I want to put a little crystal. So I'm actually going to go grab one right now. I got all of these basing crystals. I'm going to zoom this out a little bit. As you can tell, I'm actually on basically a coffee table. That's kind of how I do things now. One sec, I'm going to go grab some basing crystals. Alrighty. Let's see here. Alright, so I have all of these crazy basing crystals. They're all from Van Keen. I think I'm going to use the same person who does all of my Dying to Batik, who does all of my custom shirts that you see in the back. I got a whole bunch of these really cool, gnarly ones, but I'm looking for probably something like, that's a little too big, but almost. Maybe like this. Alright, so I can show you here really quick what that's like. So they're real live crystals. You know, these are actually coming out of the ground. And I'm using a whole bunch of them for kind of like basing stuff, especially. I want some of this Nurgle to be kind of like interestingly based. So I'm gonna put. I think it almost blends in, which is kind of cool. So I guess I'll be doing some dry brushing first. There's a little bit left to let dry here. I'm gonna let that do a thing. Let that dry. Excuse me, let that dry. I also have this like really dark flock. That's like almost like the asphalt. What is this? A hobby down dirt flock. Yeah. And I really like this as well. So I'm gonna do a mixture of some of this on here, but after I get this sort of highlighted and everything the way I want, then I'll go ahead and do that. Dry brush for this guy, probably, honestly, somewhere in this space? Whoa. Is this my good one or my bad one? Whoa. Can't tell. I think they're both bad. Dude. Note to self. Even when not painting, come through and stir paints. Oh, and my favorite brush. I think this one's smoked. It was the one that I used in the glue yesterday, and I forgot to hit it with the hotness afterwards. Oops, a doodle. I'm just using my leg, to get kind of the dry brush right. Like sometimes we use our thumb or our hand, and I am trying to get the right sort of consistency here. And I may not even really be digging this color. I think it may be a little too. See, this is what the dry brush on the rocks maybe more than she can handle. We'll see. Just a second here. Doughy, goopy, sludge. Yeah, I mean, with how goopy this, man, this base has just been such a great, it's been a crazy learning curve trying to figure out how to get this to do what I want, and it just has not at all. So, next, let's go a little bit lighter. Let's go straight to the goods. Straight to the max. Right? And you know, it really is just one of those days. Yeah, I think I just toasted this this dry brush by hitting it in the wrong. Just got really wet. Actually, I think the color that I'm looking for, I'm sort of on the hunt, right? I think this is actually what I might be looking for. Might be trying to go straight up Nurgling. That was a little too juicy on the pickup. Sort of testing it in the corner. And what do we have here? Forest. Let's see if this is too dark. Actually, I don't think it is. Thank you, baby. Trying to get my basing game up for sure. It's like one of those things that I've never put a lot of energy into. I was way more into, again, sort of just the model aspect and making sure that, you know, that was my main concern. But good base really makes a big difference. Hey, Laserhawk. Hopefully I didn't catch it too late. I'm, kind of brain deep in trying to get some of these bases done. Hope the move is still going smooth for you, my guy. I know it's moving's fucking tedious. Fuck, man. Some of these rocks keep falling off, but yeah, moving's can be a tedious fucking process, my guy. Wishing you the best there. There's another rock that's gonna come off, but hopefully it sticks. We'll see how she does. This thing's looking pretty sick, dude. Yeah, I am in it, man. And, to get all these textures. Pod today, cool. Nice, man. I'm glad you got it all worked out. I'm glad, man. Been a little apprehensive for you just because it's cross country it's a whole thing, man. Dude, of course. You don't have to thank me for asking, man. I'm curious, man. You're one of my bestest friends. Yeah, dude, so I did a little update. I don't know. I actually kind of changed. I don't know if you saw, but I painted this originally like yellow. But now I've come back and done this like super dirty, grimy. I still got a dude. Dude, it's like, whoa. Yeah, of course. I'm trying to get the right color. That's pretty decent. Still a little bright. But yeah, this is this like really fucked up, really grimy Death Guard rotting. So, thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm flargin' trying, dog. So now I actually gotta come. Fuck, I just closed this one. Oh, I don't need to close that one. I need to open this one. Back up. I gotta come back through. Get, so I put mud on these tracks. You know. You gotta come in and give it a little dry brush of the same green, so that when I put it on the base, it all matches and makes sense, and it's all copacetic. You know? And you can see I have some crystals down too. I'm actually gonna put some crystals on the oh man, I think I'm a little heavy on that dry brush. Cockamamie dick shits. I'm gonna put some crystals on the base as well, but first I gotta come through and glue down some yeah, I actually have done this one pretty quick. I gotta get my speed up a little. I mean, those Gene Stealer cult models too, and I will say that, like, it really depends on the model, and it may be like, oh, it has the same amount of detail, but it's really a level of, like, organization too, right? There's like a very easy top-down scenario for this one, and that's just not always the fucking case. Those Gene Stealer cult, those little guys that I was working on for, like, oh, I don't know, the whole fucking time, that unit of like 20 dudes in the blue, I mean, they're still not fucking done, because, dude, there's so little, and there's just such a crazy amount of, like, different types of material. I mean, it's, like, really wild. They have, let's go! He's got the snitster! Snit spam. But it's, like, crazy. It's crazy, the, I mean, I can paint 30 Plague Bearers. I mean, if I needed to, I could paint 30 Plague Bearers in a day. Like, a day. It's just, like, skin and pox, and, like, there's just not as much bullshit, right? Those Gene Stealer cult motherfuckers they have two different types of skin, for fuck's sake, because they're, like, xenomorph alien style, right? They have, like, two different types of skin. They got cloth, they have armor, they have hosing, they have lights, they have guns, they have holsters, they have loincloths. Dude, it's just, like, so many fucking just, like, bits and fucking bobs. As my UK homies would say, like, it's just like, dude, how do you, it's just a massive amount of shit to fuck with. And again, it makes a really cool model, right? Like, the model is great because there's just so much detail. But, like, dude, what? I can't. Bitterbrush! Hey! Good to have ya. Yeah, I'm, like, just sort of getting stuck in on this base in the Death Guard, and I mean, this is literally, like, the edge of this table here. What's up? Yeah, man, thank you. I'll give a little close-up on this thing here. This is, you know, sort of step 2 of Infinity, right? But I do have I have this flocking as well. that I'm really excited to put on my Death Guard. And my Death Guard were like a yellow, but I really fell in love with like this brown. And I gotta touch up that eye. It's a little wonky, the teeth and stuff too. But it's getting there. I gotta get these brassed out and drippy with the goo, but I really love the brown. I really am loving this, like... See if I can get this to focus. Maybe I need to... There we go. I'm really loving this, like, speckling that I did. And then I hit it with the Typhus Corrosion as well. So, again, the eye is a little wonktastic, but not too bad. Yeah. And I just got base coats down in the green and the missiles. I'm gonna change that a little bit. But overall, I'm like digging the direction that this is going. I think it's a really good Death Guard scheme. I sorta saw, like I have my yellow one, which I really like, but I'm transitioning a little bit. It's literally just the yellow base anyway, and then you just hit it with the watered down, not the Reichland. I might hit it with a little Reichland, honestly, in some spaces just to get it a little darker. What the fuck is that thing called? Oh yeah, the Cygor Brown, right? Hit it with some Cygor, and it gets nice and dark. But now I'm going through another round of dry brush highlight on this here. Ever so lightly. Ever so. But yeah, how's everybody been? I know, again, my buddy Laserhawk, who's in here right now, he's on the move to the west coast of the United States. It's big ups for that dude. How you been, Bitter? Hope all is well. We can zoom down a little, right? Ugh, this camera's been wigging me out. Let's get this up here so we can all see the dry brush. And the color, too, I feel like sort of has been washing it out a little on the camera. It's just like, yeah, it's gray-green. It's a gray-green. But yeah, back from vacation myself, trying to get a little, back into the swing of things. And I didn't have a camera for so long, and I thought it shit out again this morning, almost like had a mental breakdown. So I was like, dude, I can't have another camera issue. I just did this. I just went through this. Lo and behold, it was a non-issue, really. Which is always the best issues to have, are non-issues. It was a non-issue. Also sounds like a delicious Indian dish, maybe? A non-issue? Dude, I love non-issue. Now I've made myself hungry. Idiot. There we go. That's a good spot. That's a great angle. Still waiting for the Kill Team box to drop. Although I will be painting a ton of Warhammer Quest Silver Tower stuff coming up here shortly, because I was the magical Mr. Mephisto, who runs Rantcast, AOS Rantcast, who I love. I know y'all aren't into AOS, but man, he's going to be on the show tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. His show is awesome. Really talks about Warhammer in a multifaceted way. Like big time. Like does a lot of mental health. The fundraiser he had recently was for mental health. And he raised like $10,500, $10,600, something like that. And just doing it. Been a big fan for a long time. Love his format. Love how he does it on the rant. And anyway, reached out to him. I was like, hey man, would you come on the show? And he was like, no, fuck duh. You've been OG chat gang. So he's coming on tomorrow night. You know, we're probably gonna I'm gonna whip out AOS as opposed to 40K, so at least we're on the same vein. That's where most of his knowledge base comes from. So, you know, we'll lean into that wheelhouse. I'm not going to try and pull him out into what I'm doing just to be doing what I'm doing. But, yeah, so we'll get Meph on tomorrow. Man, I keep losing. I glued some of these rocks down pretty good, and some of them, like, obviously, I'm just trashing them. So that sucks. But hey, this is also a little bit, I haven't ever really done basing quite like this before. This is the first time that Snit's doing this kind of a base. So this in itself is a learning curve, and I kind of wanted to do this on my Blight hauler before I got to some of my limited edition Cooley Space Marinesies. Dudes, spamming the Snitster! So, you know, this is the learning curve right now, and I usually try and do bigger models for a learning curve for like testing new things out, because it really does seem to be more forgiving. The first models I painted when I came back to the hobby after being gone for a very long time was actually these guys, the Bulgrin. And I mean, you can see I haven't even highlighted, like I didn't go back through and highlight the black, but I was working on some of my like dry brushing and some basing and the goggle shade and got a little skin shade. And I mean, this was like at this point like years ago, but these, yeah, this was the first model I painted in oh, I don't know, I guess this guy did get a little highlight on him. Again, like 10 years or so from when I was a kid, coming back and picking up the hobby. So they're not bad, big bad bully boys. But the point of that was, again, I try my stuff out on some bigger stuff because it just seems to be a little more forgiving than when you try some new things out on the big models. On the big models. So this whole like little platform rise section is what I'm gonna put a majority of the that gravel flock That's so strange to say gravel flock, but that's what it is. That's where I'm gonna put that gravel flock. It's not looking too bad though. I am sort of digging how it's looking. But I think sometimes you gotta look at it from like a side-ish angle to come back through. I really hate that some of those rocks displaced and now there's like that a little bit. So I may actually even do a little cover up. I can already see, I think I'm gonna probably put glue. I'm gonna come through here. That's the glue sound. So I'm gonna come in and like glue all of this to right through here and then up onto these bases, and that's where I'm gonna do the flock. It's gonna be cool. And now I gotta come back through, right, and make sure that this guy here matches what's happening on that base down below. So we gotta hit the dry brush with the little bit of the light green. I'm using Nurgling green, which I love, as this dry brush on this dirt. I used the I'm actually a really big fan of the what's it called? I've been using the Armageddon Dunes for a whole bunch of my stuff. Speaking of, who's stoked for Dune to come out? That should be sick, right? A little Dune action. Now, it's taken me a while to get on board because I'm an old head Dune fan. Like, read the book, watched the old school movie, which I still love. It's like one of the only movies I own on Apple. Alright, that's pretty good. Now, I'm wondering if I need to go one shade lighter on this dry brush, which should be skin green. No, that's actually darker. That's actually darker. Digging. It might even be Deepkin Flesh, honestly, now that I look at it. I think the Deepkin Flesh is the next. Oh, that just looks white on that fucking camera. Check it out. It's a big black white. It's a big white blob, guys. Did you get that? Shake it, shake, shake, shake it, shake, 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 shake it, shake, 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 shake it, shake. And then I'm gonna glue that stuff, and then I'm also gonna come through and like slime the bejesus out of it, the sweet bejesus. But seriously, you guys gotta come hang out tomorrow night, just to see somebody who came from the Magic the Gathering scene, and came into the competitive Warhammer scene. So definitely like a transplant, and has, you know, really seen how special our community is, because, and trust me, I get it, man, the Magic scene can be a toxic dump, dude. But has seen how super special the Warhammer community is. Don't get me wrong, we got our toxic nuts, right? And like, honestly, I think 40k, because of the duration of its existence, has in general, it has just a little bit more toxic vibe to it, and not not as an entire community, especially not here on Twitch, which is one of the things that I think is really great, is our Twitch community in general for the Warhammer hobby scenario. We just don't let that shit stand. But in the sense of like some of the competitive stuff and along those lines, because it has been a competitive scene for so long, has just lent itself to a little bit different. So AOS, because I mean for a while it was like almost not even a game. It was just like made up. It was like the old what is it called? Whose line is it anyway? It was literally like that. It was like, it's all made up and the points don't matter, because there weren't even points when AOS first became a thing. So, you know, and 40k is always, no, I lost another rock. 40k has always been more on the competitive scene, right? Because even Warhammer Fantasy, there was just a level of like, wow. I mean, especially at the end of Warhammer Fantasy's existence, the amount that you had to have to play, they jumped the shark as a gaming system. It was pretty wild. Like they went a little crazy. And so it was just never super accessible as like a really competitive medium. And not that I think the games just need to be always there, or how somebody interacts with the game needs to be on the competitive meta. But it does set a tone for how even those of us who enjoy it very casually, again, like rules or buffs or nerfs, or how armies end up being shaped, or how they end up faring in a particular rule set or version, is very much shaped by that meta, by the competitive meta. And I know I've said that lots and lots of times, and it holds pretty true. So and so there's something to be mindful of and watchful of that. And anyway, man, Meph came over, and he's kind of the inspiration for why I got into this too. Man, this base is coming the fuck along. Honestly, this is looking fucking snazzy. Pretty good. Not half bad for making it up as I go along. Yeah, been a big inspiration. For like keeping it 100% real, honestly, in the community. So yeah, it's gonna mean a lot to me to have him on the stream, and would love for you to all come and hang out with this streaming buddy I have made. That's that. And that's my quick plug for coming to hang out tomorrow. It's 8 o'clock EST, 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Mountain, and 5 o'clock WSQ Pacific. I'm gonna have to start shouting out those times for you, Laserhawk, as you move to the other side of the universe, bro. Cause you're like out the fucking scene on me, dog. You're gonna be all the way in fucking who the fuck knows where. Actually, we do know where. I know exactly where you're going. But anyway. There we go. Hey, here we go. Here we go. Gonna do my Easter dance for your hoe, for your hoe. Yeah, it's out there. It is, man, but is it? Yeah. I mean, you're gonna be living a whole new life, man. Making new friends. That's good, man. I am excited. Super excited for you. Skilly doo. Skilly dilly doo. Okay, so now here's this next interesting space. I have never have I ever done flocking the way I'm about to do it. I used to do it the old school base size where I'd literally just take a big fat brush and like paint the fucking glue onto gonna have to replace you. You can fucking try, bro. I don't think that's really possible. Not very replaceable. So I'm gonna try and use this brush. Well, that's great focus. Boom, here it is. I'm gonna try and use this brush and some glue and really get some shit glued on here. I'm also trying to figure out what I want to put that shit on because, dude, it is like, it's like glitter, right? Like once it's open and exposed to the world, it's like fucking game over, dudes. It just gets real hectic real fast. I'm gonna clean up some of these paints. Let's put them in my box. I'm also looking to do maybe some assembly today of some of my Death Guard. We'll see. I'm really loving just kind of cranking out this model. I kind of want to get it on the gram today. So, also these rocks, Bitter Brush. I need to send you some of these cool basing crystals. The lady who does my shirts in the back. The lady. No, Van Keen. She does Dying to Batik. She is the one responsible for all of the sick-ass shirts behind me, custom-made ones. But there's all these great crystals. They're little. They're from the ground. They're real-life crystals, and they're great for basing. I'm probably going to turn some of these bigger ones into straight-up objectives. Just make some big old crystal points of power that need to be harnessed and either, sanctified for the Imperium or desecrated for chaos or consumed for Tyranid or, probably just made into a sweet party spot for orcs or something. I'm stalling a little because I'm so nervous. I don't know how to do this. So like I said, I'm just going to sort of have to make this up as I go along. And I'm sure there's some YouTube tutorials, but nothing like nothing like the yeet factor to get it done though, right? So first thing I'm going to do is get a nice little blob of water. I'm sort of off camera here. Because the scenic glue that I have is actually a little dry right now. Could use a scooch of water in it. It's coming out a little butt chunky. That's all right. That's why I got a little water. But as soon as I get this on this base, I'm gonna flock it, and then I'm gonna go rinse this brush in an actual sink because I forgot to do that yesterday, and it sort of fucked my brush up. It was kind of a shit brush anyway, but I want to be able to continue to do things like that with this brush, so
That's not gonna work.
For Snitsky. So there's this, right. Now, like I said, I'm actually gonna come through here.
You know, I mean, when I was younger, I don't know
like
how many
this.
songs I half wrote.
A little bit through here.
And never finished recording or never even started recording.
Maybe a little here.
And no one knows that those songs
Yeah,
existed.
a little doubling in here.
So it kind of doesn't count until you finish it and then put it out into the world.
Something.
Now, I'm not saying put crap out into the world, but there comes a time when finishing.
You know what? I kind of want it up on that peak.
Is vital. Otherwise, you're just holding on. To
Okay, so I think that's the move. Like I said, this is literally like glitter. I'm actually a little scared of the fan I have on.
You need to finish things.
It's like these little pinches of snuff. What's snuff? Who knows what snuff is? It's a snuff. Just a snuff. Now, I'm definitely going a little overboard and not being super conservative with the goop itself. And you can see my overhead fan is definitely taking over a little bit. Okay. Let me try and get, oh boy, a lid back on this.
But you have to finish and you have to put it out because otherwise you're just the guy talking about.
Not bad, not bad. Step one. Done. Maybe. Okay, so, like I said, I'm going to go rinse this brush now. I'm going to leave that for just a second. Alright, I am back. But I think I'm going to go dump this in the trash now. So I'll be back again. All right, nice. I'm gonna throw this thing out too, and I think just kind of do one of those. But I'll leave this here for now. I'm gonna do a little better zoom here on this thing. Maybe, I don't know if it'll actually, there we go. So that's sort of what the base is looking like. Get back down here. Little seat. Okay, so that you can see that there's still some white spots from like the glue there. from the static grass, from the flock stuff. But what's cool is the glue will dry clear. So even though there's little bits I think it's gonna be sweet, real sick. Pretty much did what I wanted to do, and not a bad. I gotta be better. I gotta put it in like a little, in like a thin square thing, and then I won't be wasting. I've wasted so much flock right there, and I know I did. But I really wanted to see what that process looked like, but I will be better about that in the future, for sure. But yeah, sometimes I just go a little hype and want to see it in the moment. But that's the base. Now I am gonna come through and do some of the I'm gonna do some of the Nurgle's Rot effect on there, along with along with the Tesseract. But I also really like this color on, you know, that green and brown combo is like very Nurgle. And I may even come back and put a little bit of the Armageddon Dune on some spots, just to desert it up again and put some like little bit of desert on there. This is sort of the color of some of my other Nurgle bases. Obviously very different, but I do still like putting on, right, there's all those kind of colors down there, doing like a slime, like as they go, it just sort of like drips and pulls from the ground. This guy's a whip, he's pretty cool. It's one of the Blight Lords. My whole Nurgle army is half whip right now. There's just so much to do with such little time. You know, like I gotta finish this guy up. This is one of my favorites that I made. Demon Prince / Lord of Affliction out of one of the Flowtide Bloat drones. And there's 14 Nurglings on the base, exactly. So, you know, it is the holy number for our Lord Nurgle.
He blesses.
And I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I should check on here to see how long this takes to dry. Store above 32 degrees. Great, did that. Model not suitable for children under 14. Probably should have read that before I started playing. Let dry. Okay, that's useless. Apply scenic glue. Press scenery material into adhesive. Let dry. Let dry. So that's my grab marriage license alarm that goes off every single Wednesday. And has ever since we got married 2.5 years ago. Laserhawk, Dr. Reiner, Bitterbrush, Casino Thanks, Mad Libs, all in the house. All hanging. Thanks for hanging. Hanging and danging. Alright, so let's let that dry, because that's what the direction said, is just to let dry. Again, who knows how long that will take. Years? Months? My whole life? Mine whole life? Now, the thing with the brown is I'm also trying to figure out how I kind of want to run some of these highlights, right? Because there's definitely some edge highlighting to be done. Tastefully. And I'm not exactly sure the color I want to be doing. So maybe I'm just going to whip out the gold and do the gold. So I don't know exactly what I want to do there, so I will go on to a different part of the model that also still needs to be painted. So welcome to how my ADD works for painting. Listen to you while I play some Destiny. Dude, great. I love that. You know, man, I was actually talking to Libs about... Dude, the first time I ever streamed was actually off your PlayStation, Destiny. So that Libs could watch me play while I was house-sitting your guys' house when you guys were away. Actually, you may have even just been doing, like, dinner at your parents' house or something. And like, I was home. I was at your house. Which I think is awesome. Alright, there's that. I don't actually know where... I do. And I was talking to Libs about Destiny, dude, and like I might play Destiny again, except I couldn't not play without rocket boots, and that's the problem, right? I even started a game when I was in Colorado on another buddy's system, and played like 2 hours of a warlock and was like, cool. And conceptually, I want to be the warlock, but in my heart, I am Titan. And actually, in my heart, I'm not even Titan. I'm only Rocket Boots Titan. Now, it doesn't have to be sword. I mean, I love a Rocket Boot sword combo, obviously, but that does not have to be... No, I'm saying, but I want fucking Rocket Boots. I'm not actually a warlock. I'm not a warlock. Because I really paladin in my life. Like, I really should be a hybrid between warlock paladin, or warlock, I'm about to say guardian. Oh man. I just was saying it and then I forgot. Titan. But I need the rocket boots. I live by the rocket boot. I only want a rocket boot. So I even made another character and was playing through to try and get rocket boots, and they gave me like the... Yeah, I'm totally being ridiculous. Absolutely. But that's the only way I want to play. If I don't have rocket boots, I don't want to play the game. Like, I just don't. Like, I just don't have an interest sans rocket boots. Rocket boots? I'll fucking endgame that shit. But by Yiminy by Yangle, if I don't have my rocket boots, you all fuck off. I don't have it. I don't give a shit, dog. Give a motherfucking shit. And I know that's like problematic, or not problematic. It's just, it is being ridiculous. But like, whatever, dude. That's how I want to play that game. I just want to fly through the freaking sky, however I want to fly. I know it's not super optimal or whatever. I don't care. And I said I don't have to just be using a sword. I loved Rocket Boot Sniper. That was one of my... I loved being Rocket Boot Sniper. Why? Can't I just... I mean, I would just have to, like, play the game and get rocket boots. Did they get rid of rocket boots? Dude, what is wrong with this brush? New brush. Yeah, can't I just... Dude, that's way too small. Can't I just, like, get rocket boots? Can't I just play as... Because now they have cross-platform, right? Isn't that what you were saying? Because that's a whole nother reason why I didn't play it, is because, like, you're the only person I want to play with, and it wasn't cross-platform for forever. So, that's stupid. Yeah, and I think this thing's brush. Oh, yeah, exactly. Then never. Nope, not a game I want to play. Well, that's the thing, is the rocket boots are only, it's, you have like the 1 in 3 chance or whatever when they give you like, your first mega gear, and if you don't get it, then you have to start the game over. I did look it up. That's in a particular spot, and when they like juice you your free mega gear at the beginning, you have a chance at rocket boots. And that's what happened when I first played through on yours, is like, I got rocket boots. Exotic, yeah, exactly.
Exotic, yeah.
Yeah, then maybe never again. Oh, dude, then we still can't play, which means I care even fucking less. Yeah, I feel like they did everything they could to make me dislike the game more and more. Right? Like, I think the universe is so well crafted, the story is great, and then they went to the whole seasons thing too, and like, I think that's the dumbest shit on the planet. Like, some games should be like that. Not every fucking game needs to be some fucking dumb reboot of either Call of Booty or fucking what the fuck is that? Fortnite. Like, dude, let those games be that bullshit. And you know I fucks with Call of Duty and Fortnite. Well, used to. Fortnite went the way of the dodo. Fuck that game forever, dude. They ruined that shit. They, like, tried too fucking hard. They tried too fucking hard. And as I get older, too, man, I just don't... I'm only going to spend time on something that I absolutely 100% want to do. And that is exactly what I'm doing right this very second. Painting! So I can play toy soldiers on the tabletop. One of the things that I have really been enjoying, and we played up at the lake with the fam, I said enjoying like I'm currently doing it. I enjoyed it up at the lake. That's when I enjoyed it. But we played the Warhammer Risk. Storm just called. I mean, yeah, dude, cool. I haven't talked to Zelaza Storm in a long time. Now you may be wondering, hey Snitbag, why are you Why are you painting that such a nice gold when it's... Doesn't that look a little more slimish? Maybe a little. But it's gonna end up getting washed and oxed and it's gonna end up getting toned down a whole bunch here. I also think that the Retributor Gold is maybe one of the best colors that GW's ever made. It's just so good. And any chance I get to use it, I will. Because it's just that good to me. It's just such a great color. It's got great coverage. It looks good under a lot of different layers of a lot of different things. You can really do some cool stuff with it. You can like copper it, you can bronze it, you can... And it's like, well, don't they have those colors? And it's like, totally, but it just, to me, it doesn't have the same base shine. Like, this has a very distinct, like, base shine to it. That as you start putting other layers of things on top of, it still holds a depth. Whereas some of the brasses and stuff, they really, to me, they seem to like wash out some. And that doesn't mean that in the future I won't go ahead and use some of those. It's not like I'm like, never, not in a million years. I have this color, I really like this color, and it does work for me. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Retributor Gold for me is not broke. It is a great color. It is a great color. Looks like we had a couple more people jump in here. If you're not a bot, say what's up. If you're a bot, what's up, bot? Working on this little Blight hauler. Cranking out about 500 points or so of Death Guard. I got into Death Guard because I have a lot of Nurgle demons, and I was hoping I was going to be able to do what you could do in last edition and summon in a whole bunch of demons. I was hoping they were actually going to lean into that. They were going to split those factions, but I actually really dislike that they were like, nope, demons are their own thing. I was like, dude, bro, why would you do that? I want all the demons in my Nurgle army. And I like Death Guard. Their lore is really cool. Mortirion is really cool. I wonder if I can change this camera angle a little bit so we can sort of see my face as I hunkered down to paint. Can't really see my face. I should put the camera like across from me somewhere. I gotta re-kafooble a lot of the system here. It's crazy too because this camera is like mega zoom. It's this old Chinese made camera that honestly is bulletproof. It works always on like anything. You just plug it in and it's like, camera, go. I have this Nexagogo that I guess just sort of stopped working. I'm not 100% sure because it will not. Computers have not been able to recognize it. And it's not just this one. I used to run it on my Mac, and my wife now has my Mac because I have a new rig. Wow. Said something, lost a whole bunch of people. That's a bummer. Trying, guys. trying. Anyway. It's actually a really nice camera when it used to work, and it just doesn't anymore. And that's now the second camera I've had, just like not work. And it's just like stopped working. It's driving me a little bit insane. Just trying to get a good stream and be able to hang out and do the thing, and the camera is just not cooperating. This doesn't want anything to do with me. So that sucks. A little bit of gold down there. I freaking hate that. Can't take too much. And crack. Because that's one of the things too about the when you're painting with because this is the flesh is in the contrast. It's really hard to go fix if you get some other stuff on. I really should have waited till I got way more stuff done. Then you can go back through and do white, and then do your contrast as seems appropriate. But yeah, that's looking good. I think I'm probably going to do this claw, probably black or something like that. Sometimes I just like to come through too and pick out some little bitty details. Just sort of makes a difference on a little overall appearance. And you can see some of this is coming off too. I also need to get one of those stands. Dude, Storm is coming home for a visit. He's at the airport. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's sick. That's great. Are you gonna go snag him or just let him come on back? Thanks, man. Whoa! Manolia. Manolia. What is up? Got fat, get fat. Let's get wrecked. Thanks for the follow, yo. That's great. That is great. That's pretty good. I think it needs a little more time to dry. Yeah, and like it's cool. The gold up here on the flesh is pretty sick. Not bad. Oh. Woo! That was intense. Ooga booga! What is up, PUBG? Just fussing with my death guard. Again, I got a whole bunch done on this base. I gotta let it dry a little more before I put some more gubbins on it. But you know, basically something like that. I might turn it. I can fuck with it. I don't know if I like it. Bless you. Thank you, sir. Looks like he might be hanging off a little bit. Trying to get it squared out. I haven't picked a side yet. Yeah, I think maybe this is possibly the angle to put it at. Hydrate. You got it. Hydrate. Where'd I put my Wagga bottle? Here it is. Got some new sticks on here. Got this cool Pride one. I got the Meth sticker. Yo, Peppa G. Meth is going to be on the show tomorrow night. I got my Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I got my sandwich sticker. Catbird jewelry. Catbird! Little Vans. But, Meth. The Magical Mr. Mephisto is going to be on the show tomorrow night. 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Pacific. I'm going to jump some packing. Okay, dude. Peace, dude. Much love. I'll see you in a little bit. You know what? I got to take a bigger drink than that, Pep. That was pretty weak. Boom. Done. So I think this is going to be the angle. Let me do a little up and down. I think this will probably be the angle that I'm going to stick with here. Like so. And I think I can get, I think it's time to try getting some slime and shit down on this base. See how this goopinator is doing. Good, I got all the PVA glue out of it. Excuse me. So, and part of the reason why I wanted to know which direction this guy was going, right, is to like get a little bit of a trail. Oop, oop, oop. Something like that. Although, I do need to get a little... I like to mix in a little tesseract because of just how bright it is. Something like that. I like where the base is going though. Base is looking sick. Let's see if I can get a little zoom out here. That's good. So win in my book. Alright, this guy is still, I think this dude is smoked. Oh man. Maybe. Let's just keep soaking that for a little bit. So Pep, how is it? Did weather clear up so you could get to painting, my guy? Did you get some basing done on your storf? Or is it still not quite cooperating? Also excited to get actually let me do a little like a little aux line down here too. You know what? Just a sec. See that? I'm back. Hydrate again? Alright. Pep, what, did the weather clear up some? Did you, have the chance to, get some of your models based? I know you're really trying to get on that. Thanks for taking care of me, buddy. I know you were trying to get some of your models based and, the weather was just not cooperating. Which it does from time to time. Gets a little obstinate, right? Cool. All right. So what are you managing to get going? I remember you did the basin on the dreads. Did you get like the dreads and stuff based? Is that something that ended up getting based? What's sort of the what you working on? What's the Papa Puffa taken care of? I didn't still. Oh, yeah, as in, yeah, the weather is still shit, or yeah, as in the weather was good and you didn't get to base it? Because obviously you didn't get to base it, because you just said that. But was it because of the weather, or was it because Pep just didn't get it done? The whole day was raining. Okay. Understood. Understood completely. Man, I'm starting to get antsy for you to get some of that work underway. I'm excited to see and hear how it's going, because you can throw that up in, obviously, the Discord. That's what it's there for. Obviously. Speaking of other kinds, basing has gone meow. Okay. Talk to me. Talk to me about the meow basing. What, do we need to pull some stuff up on like Discord again and kind of go through and see what's going on, or how you feeling about it? The models have sand on their fetus, but I can make it work. Fetus. Yeah, did you just get a little overzealous with some of the sanding, or you know, was sort of the catalyst there? Yeah, totally. And yeah, sometimes you just gotta do the thing, you know, trial and error. That's sort of how my base was going today. I was like, man, I've never really funked with a base like this before. Not quite like I have with the cork and everything. Also, I need to make the base dark, but I don't have dark color, so I'm a null and oil the crap out of it. Just be careful, because then you can start to really lose some like detail. And why, I'm curious as to like why it needs to be so dark. So you're null knowing. Why does it need to be dark? Because I have a lot of sand like desert bases, and you know, it's not that dark. Not that dark. So dang. See, and I just like way too much of this shit in here. So I'm gonna have to put a whole bunch here. I wanted to make it sand color, but the model already have the same color on it. Oh, so some of the ones that you got already were like dark? Is that what you're saying? Like they came to you dark? And you're trying to keep at least a little cohesion? Because I get that. It's actually, like, eBay is a great place to actually get models and stuff. But sometimes I find myself, I just can't, because I want my models to be painted the way I want to paint them, and even if it's shit. And so I just can't. I have a cousin who, dude, we were talking when I first found out he was playing Warhammer, and he was like, oh dude, I have like a 2,000 point army of this, I got a 2,000 point army of this, I got like a 10,000 point army of this. I'm just like, dude, how have you painted all of this? And he's just like, oh no dude, I just like buy it off eBay, and like however it's painted, I just like leave it. I'm like, oh god, I could never. But dude, he's also playing the shit out of the game. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a zillion fucking shits. Yeah, that's cool in itself, and I really respect that. No, I wanted to paint the orcs with a sand color, so if I paint the base sand color, it will blend, but that may not be a problem because I'm anyway changing my scheme to the sand. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, still throw that stuff up in Discord and let's have a little chat about it. Let's figure out if there's anything I can do to help you on your sand journey. Hope you find your sand. Oh, I forgot. I won a model giveaway today. Hell yeah, bro. What'd you win? Woo! Pep G with the win. Let's go, Peps. Let's go. Cobalt from Reaper. Dude, sick, man. Winning stuff is sick. I think I said I won from the fundraiser from the magical Mr. Mephisto, who's going to be here again tomorrow night. I'll put it in the schedule when I'm done streaming here today so people can just see when it is going to be. I don't have red though. Just paint them like goblins then. Cobalt goblins. Co-goblins. Balt goblins. Something, man. As Tim Gunn would say, make it work. You gotta make it work. But that's cool. But I won all the Silver Tower stuffins. So, man, I'm excited about that. That's gonna be a good time. You guys are gonna have to suffer through while I paint a lot of gubbins. It's gonna be a lot of little Goombas and Jumbies. I keep like pulling this out of camera view. So I really like watering this stuff down pretty heavily, the oxidized paint stuffins, because when you get it nice and watery, it really starts to do the thing, like look like the thing naturally, whereas when you're trying to like paint it into those places, it just does not have the same effect. Just does not look the same. Coming along, though. Coming along. Not bad, not bad. Got some of that other stuff oxed, which I appreciate. PUBG, okay, also it is bad idea to make base color out of mixing two colors. Also, is it? Well, no, not necessarily. Sometimes you gotta like mix some colors to get a color you don't have, or create some new color, or I mean, again, it's like really up to what you're trying to do. I mix colors pretty frequently. What's on your mind? What are you trying to accomplish there, PUBG? Maybe I can point you in a helpful direction. Yeah, I mean, I think you also need white. I would always do a tester, right? Like, put some on the side and do a little mix. Yeah, green and blue do, but you know what? Green and like right, like this green. You forgot you have gold. Like gold? I don't know if I would base them in gold. If you have that, if you had like these two colors, right, you're gonna get a really weird fucking green. Like cyan, like that. You're gonna have to, I'm using it for the weapons. Oh, gold for weapons. Yeah, for sure. I love that. That would be strange. That would be weird. That would be weird. So, like, figuring out what color you're looking for and sort of working back, you know, is, like, important. Very important. And that's the color you're doing the base in? Or what's going on here? Yeah, gold for the weapons. Got that. I think I might get this guy glued on here. Because that'll give me a base to hold while I kind of paint the rest of them up. Let's see if this, let me see if my super glue is even working. Oh, this always fucking happens. Okay, well, let's let that dry. I'm still gotta figure out how to get this cap over here. I don't think I will, honestly. I need 2 sets of pliers. And then that means I won't be really assembling anything else today because that glue is stuck. Shit! Goblin Green. It's called like call something sky. Oh. Well, interesting because they used to have a Goblin Green. It used to be one of my favorite colors too. All right, let's see. Like this color. Plus, I think it's called... So, Goblin Green. Oh, I see what you're saying. It is Goblin Green. Plus Cal something instead of... Cal something Sky. Techless Blue. Blue Horror. Calidor Sky. Fuck. I don't think I have that color. I have Lothorian Blue, Techless Blue. This is lighter, this is a little bit darker, and then Horror Blue. Those are the blues I have. I mean, that I would say are in the appropriate scheme. Is it like this wood? There, that's a little bit truer color. Blue Horror, Lothorian Blue, Techless Blue. Lothorn Blue, sorry, not Lothorian. A little more vibrant, the right one. So this one, but like brighter. Shit, dog. I don't know if I have something brighter. Just that oxidized one. But anyway, we can do a little mixy here. I'm fine with that. Let's see. Is this green though, right? For a Goblin Green? Because I'll do a little mix right here. And we can see what it comes out as. Calidor Sky. Yeah, alright, I'll go. Oh, so just a saturation is what you're looking for. Yeah, so my green is good. Seems like a scam. Yeah, the blue. Verde Goblin Green. Yeah, I have the Goblin Green, and this blue is about, when I look at it on here and I look, it's very similar. So let's just see what happens. I mean, it almost starts to go. Not bad. Yeah, we might need to add a little white. It depends on how dark you're trying to paint, you know what I mean? That's one of the things that I always think is interesting. Is like... I don't want it to look like Death Skulls. I don't know why this is so fucking dark. There's a giant light on it. Yeah. I mean, you're almost looking for like 99% this color. Let me see. What? Let me look something up here. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's such a little bit of gold or green, man. It's like it's like almost this blue with like the teeniest bit of green. Like that was way too fucking much. Thousand Was. Yeah, no, totally. Just like the Thousand Suns. Yeah, I mean, it's... I mean, really the color that you're looking for is the oxidization. The oxidized color that I use. I mean, that's what you're looking... Like, this is... Here. That's the color you're... Well, now my brush was already dirty. God damn it. This is the color you're looking for. This is the color you're looking for. Oh, you can't even see it. It's so fucking... Yeah, but if I make it any darker... Dude, crazy. This is the color that you're actually looking for. I mean, straight up. Yeah, and 25% green. Yeah, exactly. Because there's these two. Oh, and it's got orange on the fucking bottom. You fucker. Dude, there's like so much white. Dude, this fucking light. Anyway, I'm gonna go hang out with my family. Yeah, this is the color you're looking for. It even is Egyptian. Nekalim oxide. Okay, thanks for the help. See you, Peppa G. I'm probably gonna call it a day anyway. Been on here for a couple of hours. 2.5. See y'all tomorrow. Take it easy.